This Flamenco for You publication is presented to you by Flamenco for You founder and your personal instructor, Ben Stubbs. For more information and to receive free materials, news updates, and more, subscribe to Ben's newsletter at flamencoforyou.com. And now, here's your instructor, Ben Stubbs.
And thank you for listening in to the Flamenco Guitar Podcast. It's a pleasure to be back with you here. Today we're going to talk about strings, particularly flamenco guitar strings. What are they? Is there such a thing as flamenco guitar strings? And I'll let you in on the answer shortly.
1, 2, 3, hey!
So when I'm asked the question, what is the difference between flamenco guitar strings and classical guitar strings? And I've got to be honest with you, I'll let you in on a little secret. There is no difference. It's really just a marketing thing. So when you go to your music store and you're looking for a pack of flamenco guitar strings, you ask for it and they may or may not hand you a set or two of flamenco guitar strings. What is it really? It's marketing. So let's look at what those marketing aspects are. They have to deal with color, right? So you've got the Labella 820 red nylon set. You've got the Labella 2001 black nylon set. So there you go. They're the same material, just different color. And I don't know what that's supposed to do for you as a guitar player, make you identify with flamenco guitar having black strings or red strings. I don't know. I don't really understand the logic, but there you go. What else you have? You've got the Diodario flamenco set. So they claim that this is a flamenco set because it offers more of a responsive attack on the strings, quote unquote. These are the EJ25s. Now, I haven't actually tried these ones before, so if you'd like to give them a try them out and let me know what you think about them. You can email me at ben@flamencoforyou.com. That's the number 4, the letter U. I'd really like to hear your feedback on those strings. Then we have the Savares set. Now, Savares, I think, is a great set of strings. They have the Savares Alliance Hit Classic. They've got them in medium tension, hard tension. Dani de Moron, he uses Savares Alliance strings, and he is un monstruo la guitarra. I can't believe what I hear coming out of his guitar. So you got to take a listen to Dani de Moron. And he's from Moron. Go figure. He uses the Savares set, but there's also a Savares set, Tomatito set. Supposedly this set is formulated by Tomatito himself. I've never tried this set myself, so once again, if you try it and you like it or you don't like it, send me a message back to let me know. Next, we have a guitar string manufacturer doing interesting things out of Italy called the Aquila Guitar String Company. They are doing not only just nylon strings, they're making strings out of catgut, not really catgut, but animal products. The way that strings used to be manufactured before the nylon age, before Segovia met the DuPont family, and that whole relationship resulted, I suppose, into nylon strings for the classical guitar. So they make those. They make a composite nylon string with sugarcane. Go figure. That's pretty interesting. So these ones I have tried before, and I didn't have great satisfaction with them. They did have a lot of brilliance. I will say that. But they, along with that brilliance, on the treble strings came with a lot of squeaking, really. You move your fingers across these treble strings, and you'd get the treble that you wanted. But at the same time, you'd get a heck of a lot of squeaking. So it would not be something I would recommend for live recordings or studio recordings, just because you're going to pick up all that squeaking. It's going to be very distracting, especially if you're playing a solo piece, right? And additionally, I will say that I had a malfunction with those strings. One string, I can't remember if it was the E string or if it was the B string, broke around the first fret. So that is a disqualifier. But having said that, I did contact my supplier for that company, and he told me that yes, they are working on that problem, they are aware of it, and also that manufacturer has an endorsement from the great guitar instructor Ruben Diaz, and he's all about the Aquila strings. So you might want to check with him to find out some more information on that. That's Ruben Diaz. We've talked about Labella, Diodario, Savares. There's the Segovia brand. That one I that's kind of like an entry-level brand. If you want some inexpensive strings with not a lot of brilliance, you can use those ones. Then you've got the cream of the crop, right? The Knobloch strings. So that's Knobloch. Now, these are the strings that are used by the best of the best in Jerez de la Frontera. You were talking about El Perla. We're talking about the best guitarists in Andalusia. More and more they're using this brand, so I'm going to get my hands on these strings and let you know what I think. If you've tried them, let me know what you think. Once again, email me at ben@flamencoforyou.com and let me know. I'd really, really like to hear from you about that. So that's it. What did you learn? You learned that there's no difference between flamenco guitar strings and classical guitar strings. It's a marketing ploy, more or less. Well, that's enough about guitar strings right now, so let's go take a listen to the latest tutorial at flamencoforyou.com en el rinconcito de la guitarra flamenca. Hi there, and welcome to this tutorial on how to change chords quick on the flamenco guitar. In exercise number 1, you'll be using an A major chord, or La mayor, with the fretting fingers being finger 1, barring or performing a cejilla, on the 4th and 3rd strings along the 2nd fret, and finger 2 placed on the 2nd string along the 2nd fret. The right hand striking fingers are M and A. Now these fingers will be striking together along the 5th, 4th, and 3rd and 2nd strings. Now if you've seen previous tutorials of mine, you know how to hold the La mayor chord along the 2nd fret the right way, which is the finger 1 holding the cejilla, like I showed you, and not fingers 1, 2, and 3, holding down all the notes. We also aren't using fingers 2, 3, and 4. We are just using fingers 1 and 2, okay? So the next chord, A sharp, or La sostenido, is fretted with finger 1 on the 5th string along the 1st fret, finger 2 on the 4th string along the 3rd fret, finger 3 on the 3rd string along the 3rd fret, and finger 4 on the 2nd string along the 3rd fret. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Now for exercise number 2, we start where we left off in the first exercise, which was La mayor, striking that chord once again with M and A. In the second bar, which you'll see in the tab and standard notation that you can download and print over at patreon.com/flamencoforyou, is the C9 number 5, or Do 9, número 5. But just to avoid a headache, we'll just call it Do. Now Do is fretted with finger 2 on the 5th string along the 3rd fret, finger 1 on the 4th string along the 2nd fret, finger 3 on the 3rd string along the 3rd fret, and finger 4 on the 2nd string along the 3rd fret. Now combining the two chords in exercise number 2, we repeat these together until we've got it down. 1, 2, 3, A sharp, C, A sharp, C, or Do, A sharp. Now in exercise number 3, we put it all together, using the same right hand fingers, which are once again M and A. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. In exercise number 4, we do the same thing with the fretting fingers as we did in the previous exercise, but this time the right hand will be striking the strings only with the I finger. The I finger will strike the 5th, 4th, and 3rd strings. And make sure that you are anchoring your thumb on the 6th string in this instance, because the thumb is hooked facing down rather than upward at the default position. This is because we want to steer clear of the 5th string, giving ourselves room to strike that 5th string, which is our A, or La, without the possibility of muting it. So that we don't want. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Now, the final exercise, number 5, we will take what we did in the previous exercise, taking out the strike we did on the 1 count, and replace it with a golpe, which is hit using the A finger, or anillo. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. And that's it. Well, thanks for listening to that tutorial. Let's go head on over to the newsroom and see what's happening in the world of flamenco here in the United States. Yeah, as you know, we're in about day 200 of La Cuarentena aquí, and right now, nothing is happening as far as flamenco events here in the United States. Yeah, that's too bad. But if you want to go see some live events and hear flamenco and see flamenco for yourself, go head on over to Spain right now, because that is where it's at, obviously. So you're going to want to look out for the October Suma Flamenca festival happening this year for 2020. You're going to see all kinds you're going to hear the best of the best. Come on. As far as guitarists, you're going to see El Perla, you're going to see Diego Don Morao, you're going to dancing, Pastora Galvan. Oh my gosh, come on. So go ahead on over there. You can find out more at delflamenco.com. That's delflamenco.com. DELFLAMENCO.com. I want to thank you once again for joining us here on the Flamenco Guitar Podcast. I'm your host, Ben Stubbs, and if you want to find out more information about what we do and learn more about the flamenco guitar for free, you can go to flamencoforyou.com. That's the number 4, the letter U.com. Thank you for joining us, and until next time, take care.